and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. I'm Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me as well. We just wanted to thank you for watching.
Yes, hey, Bobby.
And hey. And while you're here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on YouTube as well as Chaos and the podcast channel, which all three of those channels will be streaming this very show you're about to watch. These counselors start dropping dead, left and right. Heinous killings. Turns out, that kid who drowned the year before, his mother came back to that camp and exacted revenge.
Faithful, it's about that time. We all know about this storied franchise, the rings, the legends. But tonight, it isn't about them. It's about this.
It all seems so simple.
All right, okay.
It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you.
Can I buy you guys a drink? Guess not. Very.
How does a guy like you end up a bouncer?
Just lucky, I guess. If somebody gets in your face, I want you to be nice.
Don't be rude!
So says the fighting philosopher.
If I keep talking, you're gonna go on thinking I'm a nice guy.
I know you're not a nice guy.
I thought you'd be bigger.
Aren't you guys tired?
Doc, I'll get all the sleep I need and I'm dead.
I fear this is the work of Lord Shen, who has unleashed a new kind of threat on our world. This could mean the end of Kung Fu. Take the 5. It is time for the next phase of your journey. My fist hungers for justice. That was my fist. Hey. Hey. Huh?
How can Kung Fu stop something that stops Kung Fu?
Remember, Dragon Warrior, when you follow the noble path, anything is possible.
Earth is the element of substance. The people of the Earth Kingdom are diverse and strong. They are persistent and enduring.
Prince Zuko, it's only been a week since your banishment.
The only way to regain my honor is to find the Avatar.
You've always thrown everything you could at me!
Father considers you a miserable failure for not finding the Avatar.
Well, I can take it! And now I can give it back!
Destiny is a funny thing. You never know how things are going to work out.
Hey, how you doing, Bobby?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm still getting over the flu, so no
Okay.
camera. I can't do the camera half the time because of internet anyway. So I think it works out. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I am excited to talk about the best movie ever, Roadhouse. Citizen Kane can suck a dick. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, we got.
Have you actually watched Citizen Kane?
Yeah, no, I've seen Citizen Kane.
Okay,
Citizen Kane is worth
okay.
watching. It is worth watching. It is a
Okay.
really well-made movie. It
That's
is.
that's a rather harsh criticism on like a standard.
Dude, I do like.
It's a hell of a hot take.
I actually will
man.
admit I probably would usually watch Roadhouse over Citizen Kane, but Citizen Kane is definitely like a groundbreaking movie.
Yeah.
One is definitely more important to cinema than the other.
Yeah,
But,
same with RKO. Same with RKO. That movie's great too.
But yeah. We got some fun movies. Obviously, Roadhouse. We got Kung Fu Panda 2. We got and by the way, that's, if memory serves, that's my favorite of the trilogy. And the first two is definitely my favorite. But yeah. And then we got some Avatar talk about.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited because that was awesome as well. But you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Oh, yesterday, Bobby.
Do you know what happened
yesterday? No, do you know?
Do you know? It was the Super Taylor Bowl Swift Bowl.
Taylor Swift show happened.
Yeah, the Taylor Swift show. That's right.
Yeah.
Fucking Tay-Tay.
Yeah. I heard she was on screen for a total of 37 seconds.
I heard that she even took part in the drinking game while in the stadium.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. No, obviously it was the Super Bowl yesterday, and we got some trailers.
Damn right, we
weird.
did.
They don't usually do trailers during the Super Bowl, do they?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. They have advertisements for their Super Bowl advertisements now.
What?
Did you really not know that?
Yeah, no. It's quite, dude.
It's bizarre.
Like one could argue it's worth it sometimes to watch the Super Bowls is to watch commercials, and I hate watching commercials. They put a lot of money into those things because it's got a lot of eyes.
Oh, yeah, and especially on like the day it's showing and all that.
Well, I will admit I took the lazy route. I played Diablo 4 and then just watch YouTube trailers after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's about the smart thing to do.
Yeah. So I did check out a few trailers, and obviously I think the one that most people checked out, and we should probably hit on that. Did you know there's a Deadpool movie coming out?
Yeah.
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 We didn't get especially for the title reveal, because I feel like that's the biggest thing that trailer did. It did a title reveal. It's not Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool and Wolverine, which kind of implies Wolverine's gonna have a bigger role than even I realized.
Yeah.
But you know
Which
what?
I
down.
told you. Yeah, I told you I disagreed with that. Just because, like, dude, that not only did they get him back, they cut him in the yellow and blue. Like,
the
they're
yellow
gonna
and blue
use that.
does look great.
They're gonna use the hell out of him, man. Like,
yeah, and I am down for it. Like an adventure through the multiverse with Deadpool and Wolverine.
which is really what it looks like.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Did
Like
you catch an older Pyro in there too?
No, I missed that.
Pyro is the one who said, "This is my favorite part." That's
nice.
That's Pyro. I was like, oh,
nice.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, I was wondering if that was someone I was supposed to recognize. It didn't click. Yeah, obviously that trailer looked awesome.
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes looked pretty awesome too.
That was another one I checked out. That one was one. Listen, like I was hesitant about doing a new Planet of the Apes movie because I thought the trilogy they just did was pretty good. Fucking top notch. Yeah,
like it's rare because it like the original series is good. You just really have to appreciate the source material.
to watch the
Well,
other
I will
movies.
be honest. I've seen the original Planet of the Apes, but I haven't seen any of the direct sequels.
Okay,
of that,
okay.
so.
I've seen a few of them, and I had a few
Mm-hmm.
of them as a kid on VHS. I forget the order. I think one is Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right. I mean,
yeah,
I appreciate
I looked it up
the
because I
subject
didn't
matter,
realize
but
there's 5 movies in that series before we even.
oh
get
yeah,
to
no, absolutely,
Marky
Pink
Mark.
Bunny. Yeah, the Marky Mark one it's not a good time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the only one
Great
that
makeup
take place.
graphics. Yeah, great makeup
Yeah.
and prosthetics, but just not a good movie. Not one of Burton's best.
No, but I was just gonna say, I think the Marky Mark one's the only one that doesn't take place in the same continuity, because I think all the other ones are supposed to be the same continuity. But yeah, that one is weird. I have seen that one. Pretty much, I've seen the original Marky Mark and then all the new ones. So that's where I'm at with Planet of the Apes. But I'm excited for this new one. Looks interesting. Yeah. That is definitely one of the other trailers I've seen. Are you still there, Bobby? I suspect I'm disconnected, but I don't know. Let's see. We will figure this out. No, is Bobby disconnected? Oh, it's just me. Oh shit.
I'm back. I have no idea what just happened.
Holy
there.
shit. I assumed that I had disconnected, so I wasn't really saying too much. And now I'm like, oh no, I should have said more.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it was. Yeah. So okay, where was I?
We were talking about Planet of the Apes. And
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the newer ones have been all great. All great.
Yeah.
And this new one, I'm curious as to, like, from what it looks like, I think we're getting more origins of where the Heston movie would have started.
Yeah, because
is cool.
Yeah, we're kind of leaving where we left off. Humans are like where we left off. Humans were like suffering from a virus that essentially made them dumb.
Yeah,
and now it seems like we're gonna be probably at least like a decade after that, I want to say. And there isn't really a civilization, it seems like, taking hold, but like apes are definitely in charge, and humans are just kind of like where we saw the Charlton Heston act. Yeah. So it seems like that's exactly like we're getting closer and closer to that time period. Yeah, and I'm interested to see, like, it seems like obviously we're probably gonna get Caesar back, and they find an intelligent human, and it's like mind blowing to them. It's like, oh, intriguing.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the first one in the latest trilogy. Even made James Franco acceptable. Yeah. I like to say that I'm okay with James Franco as an actor, not as a sex pest, though.
Yeah, no, as an actor he's okay, but as a person he kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah, it seems like he sucks. I mean, Seth Rogen, I think, was kind of based when he said, "I'm done with him." But yeah, the first three are really good. Now, as far as other trailers, the other let's see, what other trailers did I watch? Oh yeah, I went ahead and watched the Wicked trailer.
Yeah,
I was interested to see what they would do with that, because I thought that was an interesting story that I've been waiting for them to actually make a movie out of.
Yeah, me too.
And after watching it, I don't know what to think, because like visually it works and it doesn't. Like, there are some shots where I'm like, oh wow, that looks cool, and other shots where I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I can agree.
I love
some of it.
Some
of the look of it. I was kind of.
I will say I love the idea of Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
Oh,
That
that
is
I'm
just
totally just gonna see it solely because of that.
perfect.
Yeah, Jeff
that
Goldblum
is
is great and
perfect
powerful.
fucking casting.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Great and powerful con man. I am down.
Yeah, as Jeff Goldblum.
And yeah, so again, it's one of those things where I think it's a cool story, and I guess I am interested to see what they do with it. Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on that trailer though. I'm not condemning it yet, but didn't
We'll
quite
see.
sell me either.
We'll see.
Although I will say you probably got me in the door with Jeff Goldblum, but
Yeah, definitely got me in the door for Jeff Goldblum. No doubt.
doesn't mean you're good. Let's see, what other trailers did you check out, Bobby?
Those were the main ones I saw that I interested me. Let me.
Okay. Well, I actually watched one more.
Okay.
I went ahead and watched the Twisters trailer because
Thank you. That was the other one.
I'll be blunt. Like, the original Twister was never a movie I was massively fond of. It is fine, but you know what? I do love Bill Paxton. I love Bill Paxton. Helen Hunt's great. I don't begrudge any of the actors. Carrie Ells plays a dickhead in that. It's great. But the movie never thrilled me. Whereas, but then I know Twister 2 has been this movie in production hell for like ever, for absolute goddamn ever. And it makes me wonder, and obviously Bill Paxton passed a few years ago, rest in peace, legend.
Yeah.
So obviously they're doing it without him, which is unfortunate, but I don't know if this movie, the idea of the first one was just like, oh, look at these twisters and this spectacle we can do with this twister. Doesn't look wild. And it did. It looked wild in like 1996 when that movie came out. Now they can do all that stuff quite easily. And I'm like,
you don't think that this is worthy of the Legacy sequel?
I don't know if I care. I don't know. But hey, Bobby, what are your thoughts on Twisters, whatever?
Well, I have no problem with the original movie. Like, I really don't. I mean,
I don't think
how often
it's terrible, but
at the time, how often did we get to see Carrie Elwes play a smarmy piece of shit?
True. Yeah, no. I would actually probably say he was a highlight.
Now we're blessed with it all the time. But back then it's like it was very rare. It's like, oh, he's the bad guy? I don't know
Wesley's
about
a
this.
jerk? What the hell?
Robin Hood's a bad guy? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. But yeah, I have no problem with the first. We still have an image of Taylor Swift up there.
Yeah, no, we're talking about the Taylor Swift show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The commercials in the Taylor Swift show. That's right. Yes. How silly of me. Yeah, I'm curious as to, is this like just a soft reboot or a sequel? I'm presuming it's a sequel based off title alone because Twisters.
Yeah. Well, I assume it is a sequel just based so many years later. I mean, I would assume Helen Hunt and maybe Carrie. Well, Carrie Elwes dies in the first one, doesn't he? It's been a little bit. I don't remember. If he doesn't die, he probably comes back in this one. But I would assume Helen Hunt comes back. Maybe not a major role, but yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know how excited I am for Twisters, even though it's a long in production movie. Chuck Wood, I really liked the original Twister as a kid. Kind of want to see the new one. I can get that. That's a movie I like that came out around the same time as Twister, but like it's not particularly great, is also Independence Day. It's not particularly great, but I enjoyed it. And I saw the sequel, and it's not great either. So yeah, I guess we will find out. We will find out.
Hey.
How you doing, Bobby?
right. I don't know what's going on.
I'm used to having the connection issues, so I feel a little refreshed. But yeah. Do you remember? Did Carrie Ells die in first Twister?
Yes.
Okay, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
No, I was just saying. I imagine Helen Hunt's
as
going to come back
as I
at least for a minor
recall,
role in this new one.
as I recall, like a wind catcher, a small a giant metal tunnel or like tower,
Yeah.
got caught in the the suck zone, if you will, and then found itself as a projectile towards their vehicle that he was driving and killing the driver, taking vehicle up and crashing into a field. Yes, he died.
Well, he might have survived that. He might have made it.
No, I'll believe
Horrible
many
as
things.
Like
Carrie
made it.
Carrie Ells way as Darth Vader. No.
He's got this. He pops in
Gosh,
the new
just
one.
think
I
about
made
all
it,
that
guys.
whole cast though. That entire cast. There are like greats all throughout that movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I already brought up Bill Paxton. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in the original as well.
Yes, he was.
Another fucking legend lost.
Just like famous, like that guy actor Sean Wilden is in it. He was also in The People Under the Stairs, like one of the main freaks in that. Yeah, I follow him on socials. He's fucking hilarious.
Nice.
He was one of the cops who got killed in Idle Hands too. It's mostly like he's a like
that guy.
Yeah, he is literally that guy actor.
But yeah, those are the four
those are the trailers I saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about ads? Any stuck out to you?
No. I didn't go through any of the ads. I just did trailers.
Oh.
So what ads did you see?
The Kawasaki ad was about one of the funniest ads, I think. It showed these two guys getting in like a Kawasaki off-road vehicle, and they instantly grew mullets. They're driving around, like the music's getting brighter and everything. They drive past a bald eagle, it grows a mullet. They drive past like a dog, it grows a mullet. They drive past Stone Cold Steve Austin breaking rocks with a hammer.
Oh God!
It gives him a mullet. It mostly just that eagle with the mullet. That was just
nice,
fucking majestic. Like,
was there a Christopher Walken ad? That sounds fun.
Yeah, there was, and I forget what it was for, but I think it was BMW, maybe.
Yeah, I did see there was like a Twins reunion ad, which
yeah, it was of Arnold trying to do a State Farm ad, but he had trouble saying like the word neighbor.
Oh,
and at the end of it, it shows him and Danny DeVito sitting in a theater together, talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else stand out?
That segment of the halftime show where they resembled the Cobra Squad from Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
Well, I mean, yeah. To my understanding, Usher did open for the Taylor Swift show, which was very nice of him.
No, he was the intermission entertainment.
Yeah.
Which is very, very nice of him to do.
I have not seen the show. I've heard lots of women were happy to see it, though. So
Luda made an appearance. Luda made an appearance. Ludacris. I was all like, oh, okay. Yeah. Little John was there. All right. He got his paycheck for saying okay and what. Good. I'm happy for him. Hey.
You got a gimmick.
I don't mean that in any kind of way. Like he gets paid probably so much just to show up and say that. And okay, and yeah, it was good to see, and it was actually pretty cool to see them all together again too. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add? We go to the main topics.
Yeah, let's get to the main topics of the show. We've given we talked enough about Miss Taylor.
I can't say it. The Tay-Tay show.
Yeah, no, we've talked enough about Taylor,
Yeah. So our first movie is the epic, the legendary, the albeit greatest movie of all time, Roadhouse.
The movie with zero plot holes at all.
Zero. Yeah, no, what this movie is a tight screenwriting masterwork.
Or a vehicle just for Patrick Swayze to kick some ass, and then call in Sam Elliott to really kick some ass.
Yeah.
And for no way get taken out. Like, no. Yeah. Just get right into it. Like,
well, real quick story synopsis. This is about a bouncer who is world famous. Like, everybody recognized the name of this bouncer. Essentially, club security guard. Everybody knows who he is. He's Dalton.
He's Dalton, man.
One name. That's it.
Yeah, that's
with his fucking feathered hair. Perfectly sculpted all the time.
Yeah. Shirt properly, but just unbuttoned enough, but not fully buttoned.
Yeah. Everybody knows who he is. He is hired on pure reputation to go to this double deuce club that is...
No, he's contracted. Not even hired.
Yeah.
Contracted.
Yeah, contracted to go there. Like, this terrible club where I'm like, does this town have no police force? He doesn't need a bouncer. He needs
it's Missouri.
He needs
it's Missouri, man. People are crazy.
Like, that crazy?
I mean,
that
enough to where
insane.
Enough to where, like, I could say a third of the town's local downtown was like arsoned and exploded. Yeah. Guess they're not too active in that area.
Yeah, no, like, shit happens, but like, it was treated like that club night was like an every night thing. Like, they rebuild like every night from that shit, and I'm like, no.
Well, there's one thing that this movie's missing, man. There is one thing this movie is missing, and I'm going to tell you what it is. And I realize this because I haven't watched this in many years, and I had only watched this for the first time probably in like my early 20s, and I hadn't watched it since then. I'm almost 40 now, so that's like a gap of time that I haven't seen this or anything. Where's the fixing up the place montage? I mean, how the hell do they turn the double deuce around from?
Because that would be half the movie.
No, they could have easily done that
at least 3 times in
3 minutes. At least 3 minutes, not just like the every night one. I'm talking about from when he got there to where they all had matching polo shirts.
Yeah, no, like, he gets there and then it's all like this shitty
like
bar.
It looks like a dirt floor bar.
They got the chicken wire over the band, and then like he starts working there, and like the next shot is like all of a sudden the chicken wire is torn down, the bar's cleaned up, the
it's a stage
all performing on
with
a fancy
lights,
stage, and it's
neon
like, wait,
lighting. Yeah, like,
did we miss something?
Yeah, like, seriously, where is the fixing up the place montage to, like, some fun uppity song? And, he could have even had Sam Elliott there. They could have gotten into a paint fight. It would have been great.
Well, I'm not even sure Sam Elliott was introduced to that point. Like, we get a little foreshadowing when his name's dropped early on, but like, he's not introduced till well over.
Well, then they could have waited for Sam to get there, and then they all could have had a fixing up the place montage.
Yeah.
I just feel it's missing the fixing up the place montage and a paint fight in said montage,
Yeah.
That's what this movie's missing.
Yes, that's the only thing this movie's missing.
Yeah, that would fix all the plot holes right there.
Yeah,
like, not for like the fact that Jackie Treehorn is just yet again an evil dude.
Yeah.
What is it with Ben Gaza? Like, just playing. He is some of the smarmiest pieces of shit ever. Like,
dude, like, he is insane in this. Like, this is ridiculous. This is cartoon villainy that he does here. Like, my god,
it's like a Mad Magazine parody of a Bond villain. Like, good lord, dude.
Like, imagine the cheesiest, most mustache-trilling Bond villain, and that's who we're dealing with here. This
tying someone to the train tracks. Like,
yes. That's the type of shit he would do. Like,
just standing there going, yeah.
And of course, he lives across the street from Dalton.
No, he lives across the lake.
Yeah, across the lake. Sorry.
Because remember, Dalton was able to kick someone and have them slowly coast all the way across this little lake. As they're like,
And
get
I
the
think
shit out of my leg.
And it's like, rather than like go after Dalton, because like I guess he sends his bouncer crew over to the club, like pretty much every night it seems like, to beat up Dalton.
Yeah, you know that one of those guys, like
yeah,
in Ben Gaz's crew, like he was in the clip earlier. The one who used to work at the Double Deuce, but he's the dude who like body slammed someone through a table.
Yeah,
that guy's a pro wrestler. He's Terry Funk.
Oh yeah.
I recognized him immediately. I was like, "All up, Patrick Swayze. You better watch out. Terry Funk's there." And then going, "Oh no, that wouldn't. Terry would not let that shit happen."
Well, real quick, just aside, away from the I just think it's funny. Like, this is obviously Patrick Swayze trying to get an action vehicle going off, and you know what? Like, he's like a guy in decent shape who's a big star, so it makes sense that he would get an action vehicle.
Yeah,
and I just find it funny that it was this. And consider, like, just think about the fact that right now in human history, oh my god, I'm brain farting. What is the guy's name? The dude, Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad. What is that guy's name?
Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk has a more successful action career than Patrick Swayze did. Just let that fucking sink in, because it's like,
well, to be fair, Patrick Swayze never had Christopher Walken help him with that. Not Christopher Walken, but not Christopher Walken.
Lloyd?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. My favorite scene in a movie ever.
Just the fact that that's a thing blows my mind, because like Patrick Swayze's in good shape, and goddamn, there's so many loving shots of his body in this movie.
Well,
just like,
yes,
we get it. He's in good shape.
I think that was to either probably A, exhibit that, or B, you know, maybe it was like, you know, that's something for the ladies. We're just gonna put that out there. I don't.
And if you're a dude, don't worry. There's plenty of stuff for the dudes here too.
Yeah, like that lady who decides that it's a strip place and she just starts stripping on the damn stage. Like,
she just takes off her top on the stage. It's like, yeah, sure. You know, and of course, there's a strip club scene, because you know, if you're concerned your movie doesn't have enough boobs, you can always get a strip club scene. 80s movies 101, by the way.
Yeah. Tits and ass came from the 80s.
And then of course, and then of course, you know, he has a girlfriend, so you know, we see her naked because. Duh. How else are we supposed to know they've had sex? Come on.
Yeah. We see him naked sitting outside on this like vent on this porch, patio apartment in a barn he has. Yeah, she gets out of their bed naked. Oh, okay. Thank you, movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Don't worry. If you're a woman, you're gonna get nudie. Like, well, assuming you're into Patrick Swayze and you think Patrick Swayze is good looking.
Yeah. If Patrick's your thing.
There's various women who are nude, and then Patrick Swayze, who's I mean, fairly nude here.
Yeah.
That's you get
common theme with like a lot of those like staples of his movie career. Like they could be kind of like actiony or have some other elements to them, but mostly it's a romantic movie where he just takes his fucking shirt off.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely see that.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing against the actor. I mean, except for Red Dawn. I think that's the one exception to this, where there is no element.
I mean, are we at a point in history where we can all just admit Red Dawn sucks?
It's very unlikely and crazy, but it's definitely fantasy.
Yeah. Oh God. But yeah, this is a what I will say to give this movie's credit is that this is a really bad screenplay.
Yeah.
Just done genuinely. Just genuinely. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a great action hit because we got Patrick Swayze here. It just feels like that. And there's a part of me that like I enjoy this thoroughly, despite how obviously insanely dumb it is. It is. It kind of blows my mind. Oh, I thought I lost you again.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm trying to remember where we're. Oh yeah, did we even get to So like yeah, Patrick Swayze goes to this new town. There's a double deuce. It gets fixed up like instantly as soon as he's goes down and takes the job.
They all have matching polos. It's all nice.
Yeah. Like you can recognize bouncers immediately. You would think you'd want one or two not wearing a polo, but I guess he's the one not wearing the polo. So I guess he's the undercover one. Yeah. But yeah, he fixes it up almost immediately, and then all hell breaks loose because Ben Gazzara is Skeletor,
a piece of shit.
Almost. Yeah.
But God, I love it. I love any time he's like a bat. He's in any movie. He's great.
Yeah, no, he chews scenery like, and it's interesting. He chews scenery, but he does it in like like almost like a subtle way, like just like I'm gonna chew this scenery and not even try way. It's tough to describe when you see it. It's like, oh yeah, that's what he's doing. Because yeah, he just like Dalton moves in. He makes friends with all the town because he's like a bouncer who's also the nicest guy in the world.
The bouncer with the heart of gold.
Because bouncer with the heart of gold. There you go.
Yeah,
classic bouncer.
But yeah, the bad boy with the heart of gold.
Yeah, and so he makes friends with all the town. So Ben Gazzara goes through and just fucks up all the townspeople.
Yeah,
and just fucks with all their businesses one by one. And it's like, dude, and it's all because this bouncer is cleaning up the double deuce. That's it. That is it. Like, Ben
he moves a lot of drugs out of there. There's that skeezy bartender.
Yeah.
And Terry Funk. Who,
there's no other bars in town he could do this at. He has to do it in the double deuce. This
if
one
that
bouncer's getting in his way.
Yeah, if that guy's loaded, why didn't he just open up his own bar?
Yeah.
Or they could just do all that shit all they want.
No, that's the thing. Like, that's another thing I love about this movie. Like, this supervillain fucking with this town, and all it takes is one bouncer with a heart of gold to get in the way.
Yeah.
Just how?
I do love how at the end of the movie though, how the whole town just kind of decided, you know what, we're right. Dalton's right. Yeah. We need to do it. So they all get up and just fucking shoot his ass.
Yeah.
One guy Dalton's goes around
willing to kill him, but it's okay, Dalton, because everybody else just comes in with a shotgun and blasts him.
And one guy just gets the guns, leaves, comes back. Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah. And nobody knows what happens. Like, I don't know.
That reminded me of like a true crime thing I did. It ironically took place in Missouri too. Ironically,
I think I watched that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the Indians like, wow, they really kid McElroy him. All right.
Yeah.
Must be a Missouri.
Yeah, I remember.
Missouri is the show me state, so hey.
Yeah. There's like, oh, we all know what happened. Yeah, no, like the end of this movie, like he gets shot up with a shotgun like 50 times.
You were like, wait a
all
minute.
The townspeople.
Yeah.
And I'm semi expecting the cops to be like, what happened? And them just be like, oh, it was an obvious suicide.
Yeah, and then all of them just like, I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
A polar bear fell on me.
But I guess we didn't really talk much about Sam Elliott in this because Sam Elliott.
No, we don't have to because he's
awesome.
Yeah. Sam Elliott. He was fucking awesome then.
Yeah, Sam Elliott's awesome and everything. He's awesome here. He is like the older guy who helps him out. Although I don't think there's a huge age gap between them. He does look older, I guess I'll say.
The older Dalton? Yeah, the more seasoned Dalton.
Yeah, the Wade Garrett, that's it. Yeah. He's the guy who they go to Dalton because we want the best bouncer in the world, and Dalton's like, okay, go to Wade Garrett, aka Sam Elliott, and they're like, no, we want you, and he's like, okay, pay me money, because he's got a heart of gold. He's got a heart of gold, There's just a couple of things I want to say.
I've already listed my issues.
I just want to say, Bobby, pain don't hurt.
Oh.
No, I love that line because it's like the definition of pain is that it hurts. Like, no. Just simple things. Like, it's obviously designed to be like macho, and it's like it's not. It's just dumb.
Well,
You're
I
just
mean,
dumb.
he was only mad that he couldn't think about, it's not a matter of how hard you get hit. It's just how hard you can get hit and keep getting back up. He's just mad he couldn't come up with a line that good.
Yeah.
And Stallone
he's not
actually did
Sylvester
take
Stallone,
hits to the
you
head.
know?
And Stallone actually has taken shots to the head. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impressed.
I don't like equating those because that one of those is so much better.
Well, yeah.
the
Even
other
as a
line that
later
always-
entry in the series, it's still really good.
Yeah. Another line that always stood out, and it's just bizarre. So he's not fighting Ben Gazzara. It's the guy who's like the big the heavy before Ben Gazzara. He's fighting him outside his ranch, and it's even before Sam Elliott dies. Actually,
Is it Terry? Is it when he's fighting Terry Funk?
Is it Terry Funk?
Maybe it might be if he talked a lot.
Yeah,
like this.
he's fighting him by the lake. He rips out his throat, but during that,
Oh no, that wasn't Terry Funk. That was some.
Oh,
That was some J Brone. That was some J Brone.
Yeah. But he was fighting him, and during that fight, that guy tells him, "I used to fuck guys like you in prison."
Yeah. That one. I was like, bro, that is not as intimidating as you may think.
Yeah, dude, like you hear that, and it's almost like, are you saying you're turned on? What are you saying?
Also, did you notice there was a lot of reference to dick in that?
Yeah.
Like they would like call them dick face or chicken dick.
Yeah, no, like when he goes to Double Deuce and he's talked to the bouncers that already work there.
Yeah,
and
chicken dick.
And he's like, whatever you do, just be as nice as possible, which is actually decent advice. Do what you can to be nice, diffuse the situation. Like, what if he gets in your face and calls you a cocksucker? And he's like, yeah, just be nice. Do you know what it's like to be called a cocksucker? It's like, dude, you're a bouncer. You're going to get called a cocksucker. Suck it up, Buttercup. I'm sorry.
It's like, well, are you? No. Okay, then. It's a problem.
Yeah, it's move on, evolve. Yeah, it's bad, but I enjoy this. Like, I can't like hate it, but like it's bad.
It's your typical 80s schlock, and you can appreciate it just for being 80s schlock.
It is pure schlock.
Just like Red Dawn is great, like propaganda fear mongering.
Yeah, I don't appreciate Red Dawn at all.
Fair. Hey, fair. I look at it as a strictly action movie.
Yeah, I can appreciate this because it is a terrible script, like genuinely done with. I feel like the honest attempt to make Patrick Swayze an action star. Like, people would see this and be like, "Oh, Patrick Swayze, he needs to be in our action movies."
And I argue that Red Dawn is a better vehicle for that. Based off of it being an action movie, yes. Yeah. However, it's been misconstrued and propped up in the future. I'm just talking about it as a film alone.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is
I mean, he ain't no fucking Snake Plissken.
No.
Kurt Russell could pull this schlock off and the action really good.
Oh, Jesus.
Both might be the same, but
I don't know what this movie would be like. Like, now you have me visualizing Kurt Russell as Dalton here, and it's like he could sell it better. And I don't know,
way better.
Yeah, like he could even do the feathered hair shit and sell it better.
Kurt wakes up and his hair is naturally feathered.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much because then the obvious issues would stand out so much worse. Because now I appreciate it for just being this well-intentioned bad movie.
Yeah.
I would have been down for something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they could have done an action movie together. That actually would have been a good idea. If Patrick Swayze wanted an action
No,
vehicle,
action
figure out
like
something with him and Kurt Russell.
they're cops.
Yeah. Family lines or something like
they're
that.
brother
Family.
cops. They're brother cops. Brother law.
Yeah.
Or the Brotherhood of Law. Ooh.
Yeah, they could have done something fun with that.
Yeah, they could have done something good with that.
Yeah. But instead we got Roadhouse, which is
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's a movie. I enjoy it. Anyways, what's next? Oh, Kung Fu Panda 2. Another one I enjoy, except I genuinely enjoy this one. Yeah, this is I thought this was a nice step up from the first one.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed this one.
Yeah. Well, the first one I enjoy, but it's like it's pretty basic. It's like I knew this. I like the movie, like 5 minutes into the movie, it's like I know how it's gonna play out. This one, not so much. This one has some twists in it.
So
thankfully.
I was about halfway through this movie, and it was driving me crazy enough that I had to look up who was doing the voice of the villain.
Oh yeah.
And I was not disappointed.
No, it's Gary Oldman.
And as soon as I read that, I was like, "Fucking of course." Now it just now all I hear is Oldman. All right,
yeah,
awesome.
He is cheesing it up there. Yeah.
It's like, is there footage of him recording this in the booth? Can I just see this, please? Because this is just beautiful.
No, I mean, we even kind of brought up while the cast might like be off-putting, like it works in these movies, and like it works again here. Like Dustin Hoffman as a kung fu master, you put Dustin Hoffman in live action as kung fu master, I'm going to be a little wonky. You got to direct that really well to sell it to me.
Only
if he's as doing a voice master Shifu, I'm down.
Only if he's doing it with Redford.
Yeah. But yeah, so this one like starts off almost instantly, and we have essentially it's the Furious 5 and Poe, so it's the Furious 6, which doesn't
the Disastrous
well. Anyway,
6.
yeah, it's the 6 of them going out and doing adventures all together. And their work together fantastic as a team. We see that very quickly. And I'm quickly like involved in this. And one thing I love that this movie introduces quickly is the question of like, so James Hong plays his father, who is a bird, and Poe's obviously a panda. And this is just something that is in the first one. And finally, in the second one, it starts bringing up the idea of obviously Poe's adopted. And it probably leads to one of my favorite moments in the movie where Poe is talking to Tigress and he says, "I just found out my dad's not my real dad." And she's like, "The bird?" And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay."
yeah, that got a chuckle out of me. I was like, the bird.
It's like, yeah, we kind of knew instantly, but okay. But we end up going into his backstory because we get the Michelle Yeoh's in this as well. She's like the fortune teller. And she's telling the backstory of Shen, who is the main villain, Gary Oldman, who like essentially he's from a group or a town that made fireworks, but he saw the destructive side of the fireworks.
Yeah,
he was going to start using it. And there's a destiny that he would be stopped by a warrior of black and white. So he attacked a panda village, and that's all we knew. And then throughout the story, we obviously see he attacked Poe's village, and it's implied he killed his parents, which there's a scene right before the credits that implies he didn't. But we'll get to that when we get to the third one. But it's about Poe essentially figuring out his secret backstory, which he didn't even know he had. And also, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say I love that scene at the end, where Poe and his father just hug, and it's just and not his panda father or anything, just his bird father, James Hong. they hug and they call each other father and son. And that scene brought a tear to my eye, jumping ahead in the story quite a bit.
No, that was that scene was very heartwarming.
Yeah, but it's all about like Poe kind of coming to be at one with himself and all his past history, and Gary Oldman being a dickhead peacock. Yeah, no, this is I enjoy this one genuinely. This is just a fun one. I really like how like all the kung fu animals are working together as a team and essentially just go help solve problems anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like how all of them get to come together, even Master Chief, who get to come together at the end. Because I thought it was kind of weird, because like Dustin Hoffman's not in this one as much. He's pretty much the second lead.
He's
in
hardly
the first
in
one.
this. Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty much the
in this
second
one
lead
at
in the
all.
first one, training Poe. But then this one, he's like in the beginning where he kind of gives them missions, and then they go off and do the missions. And I was kind of like, he's really good at this. Why doesn't he ever help them? Like, I get like it's like the Master Splinter thing, where it's like, you know, a lot of this gets resolved faster if Master Splinter just pops up and helps out.
Yeah, true.
Which
but then we wouldn't have the hijinks, man.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have like fun hijinks with the turtles, you know?
True. But yeah, this one, you know, we actually get Shifu popping up and helping out at the end. And Poe obviously gets the victory over Shen, who ends up destroying himself nicely. So
yeah,
you know, I don't think you ever see anybody die in this, but like, there's lots of stuff where it's like, yeah, they're definitely
he's
dead.
not walking away from that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is just a fun one. A solid step up from the first one, in my opinion, which I think that one's fine, but kind of forgettable.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Yeah, this was
I
like
hope you.
No, this one did a good job of like pushing more of a story and giving us more of a inside to the lore in their world, I guess. And that's something that's always I appreciate with the franchises.
Yeah,
this being a first time watch, like I actually enjoyed this. I've seen the first one, but the second one, this is the first time I've actually watched it.
Well, yeah, this one actually explored the lore more like a good sequel should, and it does a really solid job of actually exploring the characters in the lore.
And do some more world building, as any good sequel should.
Yes,
they shouldn't Final Frontier it ever.
Yeah. What, you don't want Poe climbing a mountain?
I mean, a real mountain or like a fake mountain?
Oh, very fake. Very, very fake.
Does he? Will he have some magical sort of like jet boots with him?
Very, very magical.
Okay, then. You know what? I might be interested in something like that.
But
it sounds slightly entertaining.
Yeah, this one is this is a good one. I hope the fourth one is more like this one than the first one, which again is fine but predictable. Let's see, Chuck. Neat thing about Kung Fu Panda series is how the Furious Five are all based on various styles of Kung Fu: tiger, crane, monkey, snake, and mantis, and panda style, right? That's a thing, right?
So. I believe so.
Let's see. Anything you want to add? Or are we ready for Avatar?
Let's talk about Avatar.
Avatar.
And yes, there was double episodes when I watched it. So
yes,
they were split up randomly.
And it's the same way on Netflix too, because I got Netflix recently to get ready for the one coming up, and it's set the exact same way. So I feel like every half of season we watch just gets better and better, and this is pretty much no exception. Like, these episodes just flow almost all together as one story, because there's not really any standalone stuff going on here anymore. And you brought up how like two of them are two-parters. They're double episodes essentially. And I was shocked watching the first one, because when that episode ended, I was like, Jesus Christ. That's like a season-ending episode. Right? And we got like 6 episodes left.
Yeah.
What's left to happen?
Yeah.
And then I saw what's left to happen. I went, holy shit.
I got a little sad when I saw Appa getting taken away.
Yeah.
And oh god, was it Foe? The Earthbender.
Toph? Yeah.
Toph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toph, yeah. Toph, that's what Toph.
She was in an impossible situation, and Aang
she was just like trying to hold up the castle that they were in. And I was like, oh, Appa, no. Fight, dude, fight.
Yeah, it was literally let Appa get kidnapped or let Aang, Katara, and Sokka die. Those were her choices. And, she made the only choice she could because they might be able to save Appa later. They can't undead Aang, Katara, and Sokka. So, yeah. And obviously Aang is not very sympathetic to it, which I get why he's upset, but it's like,
I get it.
Dude, you gotta think about this. She did the only thing she could, man. She was put in an impossible situation and made the right call. But yeah, they are looking for Appa, and they're going to Ba Sing Se, which is the last major city in the Earth Kingdom not conquered by the Fire Nation at this point. Yeah, and, they get to Ba Sing Se, just getting all types of fucked up on the way because they're also looking for Appa.
Yeah.
So they walk there, and it's not a pretty walk. But
no, they start fighting with each other. Yeah.
Yeah. But they finally get there, and then they find this drill, this Earth Kingdom drill, just really to tear into the fucking wall. And that's our first like 2-parter episode, essentially.
Yeah.
Where they have to stop this drill from tearing into the wall, and it gets really close to getting through, and then the gang works together and stops the drill. And they stop Azula from getting into the Earth Kingdom and invading, and it's like this huge event. And I'm like, there's more? And the answer is yes, there is so
much more.
Holy
shit. Man. I was not expecting the show to go like that hard.
Yeah,
I was not.
So like,
we're getting into politicals. We're getting into politics.
Yeah, we're getting into politics because they say Ba Sing Se. They stop this huge fire drill. They stop Azula, and then they get into Ba Sing Se, and they're like, "Oh yeah, here's your house. We should be able to get in to see the Earth Kingdom King in about a month." And it's like, time is ticking, and you're going to take a month. And they're like, okay, I guess we can look for Appa and stuff like this during this time. But like, obviously they're frustrated this too. Because it's like, come on, a month? We just saved your fucking city. Are you serious?
Yeah.
But that's part of the issue. Like, Ba Sing Se has been told that not only has their city not even been attacked recently, that there isn't even a fucking war going on right now. Like, Fire Nation isn't conquering everything. Everything outside the walls are hunky-dory. And it's like, they're hanging out in this city and they're learning all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm really like, throughout this, I'm like, wow, I'm not liking the Earth Kingdom at all at this point. This is frustrating. Very frustrating. And then you find out you have this dickhead guy who like, the first creepy sign you have is that they're given, I don't remember the name, the one who they're given, who's like their escort to follow them around throughout the town and tell people not to help them, essentially.
Yeah. I forget the name. I know what you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, they have this escort, and then after a while, another woman comes in, and it's another escort, and they're like, "Oh, what happened to our old escort?" And then she's like, "I am your old escort," and it's like, not at all, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out there's this advisor to the Earth King, and it's a worm tongue situation. It's absolutely a worm tongue situation. Not quite a magic spell.
He looks so
but he's got
evil.
the Earth
Like,
King
he looks
conned,
so freaking evil.
Yeah. It is. Well, I mean, it's also Clancy Brown voicing the advisor.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown, famous for playing good guys, right?
Yeah. He was great. He was such a nice guy in Shawshank.
Yeah.
Absolute gem.
He was a sweetheart in Highlander. Just
He
so
was a kind and loving father in Pet Sematary too.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so like obviously he's a villain, and they finally decide fuck it, and they fight their way up to the Earth King. And yeah, they're fighting tons and hordes of Earth Nation armies just to get to the Earth King. Fortunately, Aang's become a pretty good Earthbender, because that's another thing I noticed during the drill episode. I was like, geez, he's a pretty solid Earthbender already. Like he's got 3 of these elements figured out at this point. And Katara has become a badass waterbender, and Toph is, well, at the end of this, she's even a more badass Earthbender than she was before, and she was pretty badass to begin with.
Yeah.
But even she has some stuff to learn. But yeah, they fight their way to the Earth King, and they explain the Earth King the situation, and he is just the most sheltered king in the world, which I imagine lots of kings are, because money will do that. Money and power will do that.
Imagine some world leaders are the same.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, he has no idea about the conflict or even the war. They explain it to him, and he signs up to help them. They tell him there's this key moment where we can invade the Fire Nation, where they will be weak, and we can stop this and end this war immediately. And the Earth King's like, okay, you know what? I don't want to like put all our forces in, but this is our one shot. We'll do it. Let's go. And then shit goes down because Azula goes in there undercover as God, what was the name of that group? It was the one that Suki was a part of, and they thought Suki was there, and it turns out not. But she's there under false pretenses, and she's keeping an eye on stuff and manipulating stuff. But she essentially makes an alliance with the advisor. They overthrow the king, and then she overthrows the advisor. And then the season pretty much ends. You know, there's all these battles and conflicts, and we'll get to the big conflict here because holy shit. But the season, the big thing happening at the end of the season is they leave with the Earth Kingdom essentially conquered by the Fire Nation. And it's like, holy shit. So like the first season was about them going to the big water temple and preventing it from being conquered. And then I guess that's their one big win, because now the Earth Nation is a goner, which is wild for a children's animated show too. Damn.
I just noticed a lot of parallels in that recap that you made to Empire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is kind of an Empire Strikes Back story.
Yeah. This one really was like it, because I remember feeling the same way at the end of it as I do every time I watch Empire. It's like,
it's like
bummer.
Oh. It's like, they're setting it up for the last entry, but that's a downer. But we gotta get to some of the personal stories here, because obviously there's big bending battles between Azula and Aang, and Zuko.
Yeah,
ends up like we have this time with Zuko and Katara in a prison, and they kind of are getting friendly. They don't quite become friends, but like they're being like civil with each other and talking. And then Ira comes in and helps get them out. And then Ira, in an unprecedented but much needed show of emotion, gets pissed at Zuko for not like following his own destiny, for being stuck up on this I have to get the Avatar shit. And he's like, dude, be your own person. Stop being who your father wants you to be. And I'm just gonna throw this in right now. Ira, I feel, is his father. Like, not biologically, obviously, but like in every way that matters, Ira's been his father too. Been a father to him.
Oh, absolutely.
His real father is just a piece of shit.
Yeah, Ira's like my favorite character in the show.
Yeah,
like hands down, like favorite character in the show.
And he is telling Zuko just, Kyoshi Warriors. Yeah, that was the group that Suki was. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But yes, so like I was just telling him, choose your own destiny. Don't do what your father wants. Your father's a dick. dude, you're not a dick. Just do
Believe
your
me,
own thing.
I've known him my whole life. He's a dick.
Yeah. You are not a dick. You can do better. And
You're
then
cool.
And
That's
then
why I hang out
and
with
then
you.
so like, you know, Katara and Zuko get out of the prison cell, and then Aang and Azula are fighting, and then Katara joins with Aang, and Zuko joins with Azula. When Zuko pops up, it's not clear who he's going to join with after everything that's happened, and he joins with Azula.
Yeah.
And the fight does, like, it seems like the fight's going to go well, and then Katara gets overpowered, and then Aang goes Avatar state to help her out and just do what he can, and then he gets killed by Azula, which was surprising. And then Katara runs over to try to save him. Ira actually covers them to help them escape.
Yeah.
And then she's able to get them out, and she's able to use her water bending to help heal Aang, so he's not dead for long. But there's this great moment with Ira and Zuko at the end, where no words exchange, where he helps cover them, and then he's quickly captured because they get overpower him fairly quickly. You can buy him a few minutes. But like, you can just see the look on Ira's face looking at Zuko and how fucking pissed he is at him. How profoundly
just how disappointed
he is in his nephew. Just like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm really interested to see how that dynamic plays out. It's too bad Mako didn't get to finish this, but he was great in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that will play out.
Yeah, how that storyline will play out, because holy shit! Like, so yeah, and Zuko's pretty much chosen to be with Azula right now and help hunt down the Avatar. Dick move, but yeah. Ira had the best moments in the show. In the earlier seasons, he was more comic relief, but they made him the best character. Even in the early seasons, little comic relief stuff I thought worked well for his character. But like,
it did absolutely.
I feel like it just, as we're seeing more of him, it's just, I love his character.
That's just what I'm enjoying more in this season about him.
Yeah, but such a good character. I am pumped to see what season 3 has in store. I'm happy to finally be watching this series because this is so goddamn good.
I'm happy to be watching it now. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I just realized I forgot to talk about some Super Bowl stuff. Well, one's not really Super Bowl stuff.
What, Super Bowl?
Yeah, well, that's there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an older trailer. Well, it's an older trailer, but I'm pretty sure that we haven't talked about it yet. The new Ghostbusters.
Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah, it came out like a month ago. Unless there's a new one. Is there a new one?
No, other than the one that they've been playing, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's a solid trailer. I'm interested to see how that turns out.
I know we just wrapped Avatar, but it just came to me while we were talking about it. You had said Dickless, and I was like, "That's right, Dickless is in the new movie." That's right.
Yes, that's right. He's like the mayor, I think now.
Yeah. Who elected Dickless mayor?
I think we all know who would elect someone like that mayor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a rhetorical statement, of course. Of course.
But yeah, that looks good.
Sorry to change gears so quickly. That one just came to me.
No, it's all good because like that is Frozen Empire looks interesting to me. I'm hoping they do something like a new threat, because like they have Prime my issue of Afterlife, and I gave Afterlife kind of a pass with it. Was that it's rehashing lots of stuff we've already seen before. So I want them to hopefully do a new adventure, especially since they're rehashing a lot of the old characters and stuff like that. So come up with something new for them to do, please.
Well, I know that there was originally the first idea that Dan Aykroyd had for the second Ghostbusters. Oh, so do I. So do I.
Yeah,
I'll be loving that. Is that the gates of hell opened?
Yes,
and
that's what I heard too.
Yeah, and essentially there was stuff that was very similar to what we got into, but it was like the subway was more of like a lake of fire, which that would have been really cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
And
mean,
it
if
would
you
have been
think
like a demon or something. Yeah.
if you cut down like the raw premise of 2 about like that sludge that like
Yeah. The bad energy
like
stuff.
brings out like the worst emotions and shit like that, and just
Yeah.
there is some gold, some brilliant ideas in there that they
Oh,
could
yeah.
really explore. I mean, 2 didn't really do it well at all. I really disliked 2, but there's a
2 has
gold
its
mine of
moments.
ideas with
It
that.
has
Yeah.
its
Oh
it
yeah,
has its moments that make it
It has
great.
its moments for sure. But yeah,
Bobby
like
Brown being one of the good moments, actually.
shockingly, yes.
Like, On Our Own is a great song. Like,
Yeah. Who thought? Yeah, so yes, I think they could definitely come up with some cool ideas for this one. I want to see how it turns out.
and there was another ad. Since you only stayed to watch the trailers, you missed a political ad too.
Oh, what political ad?
Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh shit.
Oh. Cue it up.
Cue it up.
Oh yes, find it.
Okay.
I have some thoughts on it, and I'd be
dear.
curious to know what yours are.
Who gave him enough money for that?
Oh, it was from a super PAC, apparently.
It would have to be. Excuse me.
Well, yeah. Oh.
Is it RFK Jr. Stop the Border Crisis?
No, hold on. I got it. Oh, can we just see the actual ad or hold on? I got this. They might have scrubbed it already.
No wait, RFK Jr. Super Bowl's ad?
Yeah.
It's a short though.
It should be short.
No, I mean it's a YouTube short.
Oh.
Oh wait, American Values 2024 ad. Is it the musical one? Yeah. Okay. Right. Does this look right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let it rip.
Yeah. I can't hear audio, but if you can hear it, that's what's important.
Oh, hold on. You should be able to hear audio.
Why is Ohio? Oh.
Okay, let me reshare this. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, so if the snippets that it is, does it look familiar to you at all? I mean, nothing that we would have seen in our lifetime, but yeah.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy. Do you want a man for president who's seasoned through and through? A man who's old enough to know
And young enough to do.
Well, it's up to you, it's up to you, it's strictly up to you.
American Value 2024 is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
That's just like his uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, is this milking off the good name of JFK and
yeah,
Bobby and shit?
And his father, yeah.
Yeah, that's well, I mean, you know, I was semi expecting something. I mean, it's not like he can talk and sell anything, so
no, but when this one came on, me and the wife and I were just staring dumbfounded at the TV, like,
No, like I'm watching it just
What?
like, what the
what?
fuck am I watching? Listen, we're not going to bring up issues or anything. We're just going to drop this in here and just old feelings. You know, it reminds me of Distinguished Gentlemen. Like we're not going to campaign on anything. We're going to campaign on name recognition because I have the same name as the senator who died.
Oh, but yeah, those are the two other outstanding things. Aside from that Kawasaki ad, which, you know, has the ability to grow mullets, which is just fantastic.
Yeah.
I highly recommend you watch that one. It's funny.
Yeah. I probably will check it out. So yeah, well, here, let me go ahead and bring up what we have planned for next week.
Yeah.
I know we are finishing Avatar, or not finishing. We're doing the first half of Avatar season 3.
Yeah.
Let me load this up. Oh, we have Madam Web.
Oh.
I hope that's entertaining. It's probably.
I really hope it's good.
That's the thing. It's not going to be good, but I hope it's entertainingly bad. That's what I'm really hoping for.
I hope it doesn't. I just hope it doesn't suck.
I want more like Venom and less like Morbius. Oh God, it better not be like Morbius. And then, oh yeah, Kung Fu Panda 3. Finishing that trilogy that's about ready to not be a trilogy. Yay! I think we might have lost Bobby again.
No, I'm here. I'm back again.
Oh, okay. You weren't moving, but
yeah.
All right. But yeah,
strange things.
You will see. I'm excited for Avatar season 3, episode 1 through 10. If I remember, Kung Fu Panda 3 is fine. I haven't seen it since it came out though. So
okay. I'll
then
just wait till I see it in
Madam
the folder, and I'll give it a look. See.
That one's on Netflix because I actually don't have that one at all.
Okay. Cool.
It might be on something else, but
I'll find it.
We will see. So yeah, and until next week. Party on. Yeah, and be excellent to each other.